my back, I'm aching. You know when you've had such a good dance the night before and you're aching all that? I've had a fantastic... I was out, right, with my mates out at Prodigy, right? We went out there and they was playing all that, all that, right? And I was doing the basketball dance. You all do that, yeah? We invented it. My mate up... I'll tell you how I invented it, very famous. My mate up north, right, he used to dance with a basketball, and one day we nicked his basketball, and he invented that dance, which I'm sure you all do in the clubs. I know I do. The basketball dance. It's fantastic. And I went out. I'll tell you the problem I had on the way back, right? I was with Bobby Williamson. You know Bob Williamson. I don't need to tell you about Bob Williamson, but I was with him and Keith Sweat, right? Now, Keith, a very, very good friend of mine, very, very talented singer. I've got all his albums, one of my favourite singers. But the problem is, right, I'm not knocking him, but he'd done a gig that night and he'd come off and he was a bit like... And we're in the back of the car and the windows are closed, and in the end you have to say, Keith Sweat, Keith, don't sweat. Right? It's a bit unpleasant, but I'd say Bobby Williamson was there, so it was a good night. I'll tell you what I've got in here, look. I've decided I've got this whole new range of products, look. Say I've got some very, very posh friends, you know, I've got big showbiz friends. Woo, Nick Straker, you know Nick Straker, the pop star? He was round my house. Keanu Reeves come round, Brad Pitt, all that lot. And to them, I'll give only the very best. Look at that. Beautiful Del Monte fruit cocktail. Right? Now, I've got other friends, right? I'm an egalitarian sort of bloke, right? And say I've got some other friends, just ordinary friends, ordinary people, right? Now, I don't want to spoil them by flaunting me relative wealth, so I'll just give them that, look, Safeway fruit cocktail. Just normal Safeway. And then I'll still keep contact with my old mates, my buddies from the street, from the hood, right? And when they come round, none of them have got any jobs, right? They got no money, no jobs, so I'll give them that, look. Dole, right? Especially for them, and they appreciate that. I think they appreciate me tact. Fantastic product here I've discovered. This is for, you know when you're with people, right, and they just kind of, hello, how are you? Lovely, the new series of confessions, hey, I'm really, really happy. And you think, oh, I wish that was a bit more miserable, I wish that was a bit more moody. Just give them one of them, look. That's a grizzly bar. And the 81 of them, they start going, oh, you should shut your face. And the other wonderful thing, and I think this is one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen, it's for those days when you wake up and you get out of bed and you're like that, and you're knocking things out. Whoa, so you get a cup of tea. Whoa. Well, just spray yourself with that, look. That's absolutely beautiful, graceful spray. You spray that and you start walking like that. Absolutely fantastic. Another great thing I've discovered here with the magic microwave, you know, I've got this fantastic microwave, does anything you want, right? This is what you do. Take that, an ordinary pot of single cream. Double cream if you want, but single cream for me, because I'm very conscious of my weight, right? And you add to that these, right, look. That's a trumpet. There you go. That's Dizzy Gillespie's trumpet. And that... which, funny enough, is a different instrument, makes exactly the same noise as a saxophone. Trumpet, saxophone, the cream, right? There you go. Put that in there, that was in there. Push them in. Dish, 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 bish, 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 bosh, bosh, bosh. Start. Bing! And what you get, look at that. Beautiful cream horns. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Absolutely wonderful. What have I got? What's happening here? Oh, the new calendar's out. I'll be quite honest with you. I tried to stop publication, right? I took long and hard legal action, but they brought it out. So you're going to be seeing it in your shops. There you go. That's the new Baywatch calendar. There I am there. And that's me. Many, many years ago, I had a partner. I don't know if you remember this. I had a partner, and we used to do an act together. We made a couple of films together. There we are. Laurel and Millsy. I was making that. And here's a book. You ever bought a book that's let you down? Look at that. Bust. It's a novel. I thought it was just going to be just a collection of pictures, but... Anyway, I'll tell you what, I'll stay around for a little while, right? But you're very, very lucky to have me here, because normally, this time of night, I'd be out and about. I've told you about my sister, Sandra, right? She's like me. She's built exactly the same as me, and she's got her own restaurant. Fish and chip shop, Chinese food. If you ever see her, you'll recognise her, because she's my kind of build. Very kind of athletic. That's her restaurant over there. Oh, we was having such a laugh the other day. I was out with I was with Bob again, Bob Williamson, and you know what he's like. Well, you probably know him better than me. I'll tell you what we got here. This is a programme I did, right? I thought it was really going to catch on, because you know they have, like, the BAFTA Awards and the Comedy Awards. I had the awards for the most blinkiest person in television. I thought it'd be a winner. But apparently the suits upstairs says, ooh, another one of Millsy's odd job nonsense schemes. So it only ran for 2 years, 1978 and 1979. 78, this man was a clear winner, right? He's a clear winner. Have a look.
Dr. Keith Eaton, you're a senior engineer.
Not much blinking there as he's talking.
Just how safe are these buildings and these kind of high winds?
Well, any tower block like this, or indeed any other low-rise block of houses, is designed to the government's safety standards that they have to comply to the building regulations, so they are structurally designed to withstand certain forces, certain wind speeds.
Now, 1978, he said, I'm a winner. I'll just turn up, collect the trophy, shall I? And then suddenly, this woman, Anne, right, she appeared and just stole a march on them completely. And if you watch her, she's got a fantastic thing where she don't blink at all. She doesn't blink at all. And then she blinks like a maniac.
Prior to leaving the UK, call at your ABTA travel agent and ask them to display the latest Foreign Office information on the screen in front of you. This will help you to keep your holiday safe. Also point out any weak spots in the destination country you're visiting. When you do arrive at your resort, do try to blend with the crowd. Do not attempt to stand out in the crowd, because once you stand out in the crowd, you're a potential victim.
What I love about Anne is she has moments of no blinking at all. I'm not blinking, oh, now I've just completely gone. But I'm not going to blink again for a while. In fact, I'm not going to blink again for the... Oh, God, I'm up there. Here's a much more serious programme I did. It's a programme where I go out with the police. And I went out in Lincolnshire, in Lincoln. It's a hotbed of crime. And I went out with them. This is the film that I made. And we started off on I believe it was a drugs bust. Let's have a look.
Lincoln's drug enforcement team have a warrant to serve on the occupant of a flat on one of the city's estates. She's suspected of dealing in drugs from the premises.
Now, there's a very important legal point I have to make here. She's suspected of dealing in drugs. That's all. It's just a suspicion, and we're just going there to investigate. Nothing has been proved.
From the police station. I've got a warrant to search these premises under the Misuse of Drugs Act.
Right, and I'll just point out, this is the lady here, this is the occupant of the flat. This is here, you see, you always recognise a very bright red T-shirt that she's wearing, big baggy red T-shirt. She's got some jeans on as well, so that's her. She's only suspected of dealing in drugs, that's all.
Anybody else in the flat? No. Are there any drugs in the flat?
By the way, that's always the best way to start one of these big searches. Got any drugs in the flat? Because sometimes they go, yeah, I've got half a ton of kind of dog! Cheeky monkey. That was the one question I was hoping you weren't going to ask. Anyway, as I said, just suspected of drugs, that's all.
Let's start with this brass smoking pipe.
Right, a brass smoking, but a hooker, but that could be a present for someone who's been on holiday in Tunisia. That don't mean anything.
Smells fresh.
Ah, scales here. There we go. She could be selling fruit and vegetables from the flat. Doesn't prove anything at all.
You're right, sir. I'm going to go into the bedroom and search an hour, all right?
A smoking bottle. Maybe a child has foolishly put a banger in the bottle and she's saved it so that it doesn't break.
The police find objects like a pipe, scales and a smoking bottle, all of which can be associated with...
Can be associated.
1, 2, 3.
Ah, right. Well, yes, but maybe not. Maybe just OXO cubes. Wrapped for individual freshness. You see what I'm saying? Nothing at all here proves that she takes drugs, although she is about to give herself away as somebody who's got more than a passing knowledge of drugs.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces. I have to tell you...
There she is, in the still wearing the same big red sweatshirt, and as I say, with the jeans underneath.
Best of all, I ain't even got any clothes on.
Do you mind? I haven't even got any clothes on. How stoned would you have to be to think that you were naked? And we nicked her on that alone. We took her to court and she stood there in a big coat and went to the judge. How can I come to court like this? Just in these stockings and suspenders. Boom. Send her down. Right, let's go back. This is, I stayed in the police car and we went off down the town centre to see what was occurring.
A man has threatened a shop worker with a piece of wood.
Well, that's not funny. How often have you been in a shop and thought, oh, if I had a big baseball bat? You don't know how much trouble you'll be in.
Causing problems in High Street yesterday, and I think it was the Birchwood box he went to this morning, bragging that he was going to go back today because we weren't able to catch him.
Just stay put.
Want to go to the toilet?
Want to go to the toilet?
Well, not yet, you're not.
All right, mate, I'm going to check your pockets.
Have you been drinking? Staggering a bit.
This man is the most fantastic man in the world, right? Because he's quite open about everything that he's done. And he's my favourite kind of criminal, not, well, you have to prove it. What have you done today? And he'll tell him.
I've already kicked 5 people. I told you, chucked stones at kids on Birchwood this morning.
I've already kicked 5 people, and I've been chucking stones at the kids, but I've had a busy day. All I want to do is go to the toilet and then have a lie down, really. But also, you think, well, why has he done this? And he's got, I think, the finest reason for anyone doing anything. And I would never convict anyone if they've got these kind of mitigating circumstances.
Yeah?
Why'd you do that?
Because I'm sick of living in Lincoln, that's the stuff.
Don't that just strike a chord? But unfortunately, he misunderstands the legal system. In fact, if you commit crimes in Lincoln, what they do is they lock you up in Lincoln. They don't drive you to the edge of town and say, right, get out, don't ever come back. Oh, thank God for that. Thought I was going to have to stay forever. But even now, the police's thing is that we can't be bothered nicking you. Don't throw stones at the kids anymore. Don't kick any more people. Just keep your nose clean, all right? Stay out of trouble and you'll be all right. But he's having none of that.
Causing any problems, all right? If you go back to Boots, I'm going to arrest you, all right?
I'll be going back there. That's why I'm carrying that weapon. To hit one of them.
Hit one of what?
Hit who? One of the police officers.
All right.
Yeah, I think so.
Get in the car.
Now, all right, get in the car. That's why I was going to hit a police and get in the car. Now, justifiably outraged.
Oh, I ain't got to cause any trouble.
No.
Well, you see, now, this looks perfectly harmless, perfectly innocuous. It's, somebody's opened up a little chip shop here. You come and you buy your chips. Now, for someone like me, it's no problem at all. I'll just come up, 6p the chips, please. Thank you very much. Fine. But imagine a smaller person, maybe a Welsh people who are notoriously diminutive in stature, and they come up here, or an elderly person, desperate for chips, and they try and scale it. You see, they try and scale the wall, or down they go, and all sorts of abrasions, all sorts of cuts. And at the end of the day, a rather serious accident here on the pavement. And all because somebody wanted 6p of fries. Very dangerous. Thank you very much. You join me, of course, in what I call Hollywood Corner. It's where, basically, I say Hollywood, but it's not just Hollywood. It's all my friends from the world of entertainment, the arts, music, sport, send me little gifts, and I keep them here. This one, particularly close to my heart. I don't know if you can see this. Can you just pick that up? Look at that. Beautiful little table football game. Absolutely beautiful. And that was sent to me by Pele. I just remember Pele. And it was to Bobby. To Bobby, he put, for all the help that you gave me over the years improving my game. And, that's lovely. That Pele, if you don't know, maybe some people don't know, maybe Pele was a footballer, played for Santos and of course for Brazil, and then played for a while in the United States of America, I think New York. That's who Pele is. This lighter, that's beautiful. Look at that. That was a gift off Bob Williamson, who of course I don't need to tell you who he is. I'll tell you what I've got now. I've got a little. This is a fantastic program, which strangely enough isn't going anymore. It's the kind of thing that when I got it going, I thought, there's a runner. They'll be watching that every year now, from here to eternity. But you don't get it anymore. Fantastic program. Look at that. The World Disco Dancing Championship. Right, now, it's the World Championships, but don't think whoever wins this is going to be champion of the world. This is the Northwest Final. You have to win this, and then you have to become North of England champion. Then you have to become English champion, then British champion, then European champion, and then you get to enter the World Championship. So, in fact, you're a long way from being... But it's a fantastic programme and presented by one of the greats. I'm sorry, have you found something amusing? I wasn't presenting it, but this is my band. All right? There's me, there, you can just see me behind, but this is my band. We're a fantastic band. Getting in rhythm. We see the basketball dance, everything. We were Prodigy. I don't think so. No,
we've got some
it's presented, of course, by Mr. Simon Bates. In the days before makeup, I think you'll find.
It's here for you tonight to meet. They've got to whittle those people down from 14 to 6. It's a heck of a job. So let's meet the first one. You know him very well from his own record. Just outside the 20 at the moment, it's Mr. Nick Straker.
Yes! Nick Straker. Hey, you've probably all got that song, haven't you? Fantastic.
And next to him, our very own Julie Brown, disco champion of 1979.
Julie Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Just to show you that one of the leading exponents of socialist left-wing agitprop theatre also for a while dallied with the world of disco dancing.
Ken Campbell.